who is Walt Disney really? Walt Disney is a bloodline Luciferian. He is a Freemason. He was above the 33rd degree. He was a high magician. That's why you see so much magic in Disneyland. He was a CIA operative. The CIA financed Walt Disney and Disneyland and the whole Disney empire. So knowing what we know, that the CIA and the Luciferian bloodlines all blended together so they could have global human trafficking and pedophilia. What does that tell you for the purpose for Walt Disney and Disneyland? Is it really to create the happiest place on earth for the children or the children's victimizers? Now, I was trafficked because I was in Southern California. I was trafficked to Disneyland. My father and his mother took my sister and I on a train up there because my father had this thing about having old clunker cars, and he wouldn't buy new cars to keep us in like a 3-mile radius controlled in our whole lives. So we took a train up there. What they did was they took a couple pictures of us standing in front of Small World or whatever, and then we went into the underground of Disney and the Club 33 there. And the tunnels not only are under Disneyland and they have, you know, rooms under there and where they do their evil deeds, but the tunnels also go out to different, you would think were businesses or something like that, where horrible rituals take place. And what I remember from this trip when I was 5 or 6 was the tunnel took us to come up into, I think it was an indoor movie set, but it had a Egyptian room with an actual pyramid without the capstone. And on top of the capstone, they had what I thought was just a regular white Persian looking like cat sitting on a pillow, and you know, everything was ornate and gold and everything, and this cat's just laying there all calm and everything. I thought the cat was alive, of course, but it wasn't. And they did a ritual to worship Bastet, the which is an Egyptian goddess that looks like a cat. And so we're taken in this room and given robes and everything, and then the whole satanic ritual went on from there, where they paraded this one high-ranking man in specifically Southern California. His name was George Hunter White, that trafficked LSD, brought the drugs in with the CIA to that culture. And so he was paraded in on the poles and everything like he's a king, you know, with all these female attendants, my grandmother being one. And I know my father was there. What he was doing, I don't know, but you know, and then they all take off the robes, and I'm buckled down to the side of this pyramid to be, you know, ritually raped by him, you know, on that pyramid. And it turned out the cat was dead, you know, up on the pillow. And then to further traumatize, they pretend like they killed the cat, but the cat was already dead. It wasn't moving, you know, and light a fire in the top of that capstone and throw the cat in and say, you know, I'm going to be next. And that's the last thing I remember until I'm in another room putting my clothes back on. And that was our trip to Disneyland.